my drink.
I do not like hearing my voice on here.
Because it's generically compressed.
No, it's just I don't hear my voice often.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even... Now?
It's just tuned out.
The sound of my own voice is the sound of my own voice. It really is. Nothing changes. Like usually they say your voice sounds different in your head. Well, I've heard myself in every context, recorded
right,
or live, trying to listen. I don't know. It's not saying, it's still hard to sing and be
sure,
in
but it's
tune
more
and shit.
natural for you. You expect that sound.
Yeah. It's great to have you on. So without further ado, why don't we blast off?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Taylor John Harden. That's Taylor John Harden on all social media. Welcome to BandHouse Podcast. For those of you new, we like to start off with a nice pop. Our co-host Steven wrote that. I mean, that's our junk science album. That's our one album that we did. So I have to show it off every chance we can. If you guys are watching on YouTube, remember to subscribe because it's free. It doesn't do anything. It probably doesn't even give our videos to you, but it does help us. So just subscribe away and comment and like and all that. Comment your like and like your subscribes and all that good stuff. With us today, we have a musician who I have known and adored for quite some time. Friends from high school. Video master, audio master at a young age, and now he's here joining us, Sean Green.
How's it going?
See, we need an assistant. At least two claps is so much better than one. Yeah, but that one, to be honest, my one clap right there was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That had perfect tone to it. So what were we just talking about right before that? I wanted to kind of keep that going, just about...
I think we were just talking about
lighting.
Yeah.
Lighting is tight, dude.
And audio gear.
Lighting and audio is a hot topic. We can start right off with it. Because, you've been engineering for how long now?
Almost 20 years now.
And how long guitar?
Crazy to think
before
about.
that?
No, just the same time.
Okay, so you started
at the same time. I got my first guitar and my computer with GarageBand.
You were immediately like, hey, I need to learn how to do this.
Yeah, well, so I could record myself and make songs.
That's tight.
I wanted to do it myself.
God,
it
took me forever to learn just how important that was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm full in now. I'm all in.
I know. I've noticed. It's awesome.
Now I like recording the sound of my own voice.
I hate it still. So because I'm always recording other people, though. I'm never. I am.
That's
when
how
I'm
you get
singing,
good, probably.
Yeah.
Like I could only mix me, really.
Right.
If that.
And then you're always dealing with your problems and your deficiencies. When you're recording other people, you're introduced to a lot more variety.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people hit their mics when they talk.
Yep, like that. Exactly.
Just kidding.
Some people don't have mic control.
Yeah, we all do that over here. So that's why I got generic compressor rolling so that nothing bad can happen. Hell yeah, everything's the same. Dude, so let me tell you about last night. So I was telling him briefly before the podcast, I basically saw Pink Floyd last night with my girlfriend Allison. She had tickets from 2 years ago. The person she was going to go with didn't want to go anymore. It's been so long. So now I get to go to see Roger Waters. And he was dope. He was basically called All the Presidents, War Criminals. He fucking played the loudest band I've ever heard. It was like as loud as Godsmack 2004, which was the first concert I've ever been to. I remember Godsmack blew the doors down and then Metallica headlined, and I'm like, they're a little quieter. Which I've seen Metallica 3 times. Thank you, Metallica, for being appropriately heavy. They are really like appropriately heavy. But like some bands you hear and it's just like so loud.
Too much, yeah.
Well, these guys were in their 8. Well, he was the only one that was old. The rest of his band was in their 40s probably. Like they grew up learning these riffs. It was cool seeing a guy play like the Wish You Were Here, boom, dun, dun, dun. It's like a radio quality guitar. I don't know. It's just like this classic.
Oh, maybe.
All acoustic guitars.
Okay.
And it's really old sounding, even older than when it was recorded because they do sonic experimentation in their recordings. That's what the Floyd is known for.
Back in the tape days, too.
Tape days, yeah. They did a lot of stuff. So seeing him just still innovating, like he changes his songs, he changes the arrangements a little bit. He stayed tight and stayed true to, basically played the Wall stuff, the famous Wall stuff. We don't need no education. That was done within 5 minutes. It's like, all right, we're moving forward.
We're done. We did
he already opened with Comfortably Numb, so already got all that out of the way. He didn't play a guitar solo where David Gilmour's guitar solo would have been, which is the guy who's not in the band anymore because they fight.
Right.
Because you know how you know how bands
Do that.
They're the two guys, creative differences, whatever. So they didn't have a guitar solo where there's a big guitar solo. And
Did they just play the section still?
Yeah, it's quiet, no drums, anything. I thought it was cool. It was almost like Rip, which I thought was like out of respect, and Allison's like out of disrespect. She really her opinion was she wanted to see the solo, which I respect. It's her favorite solo, but to me, it's like I don't want to see just
Someone
another
else,
guy do the solo that we all know how to play. I know how to play the solo. Everybody knows it. He though did it good. Or I mean, he played other solos like the solo from Money and all this stuff. Anyway, saw Roger Waters. It was wild, and he told you if you're not here for the politics and you're just here for the music, go fuck yourself. See you in the bar. Which I thought was tight because his whole thing was the bar is a place you can express your differences, even if you don't agree. That was his thing. And I was like, oh, he's trying to connect us. He said, fuck Trump and fuck Obama. We're all together now. Said Obama, war criminal, drones. I was like, well, we did all know that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my night was dope. My ears hurt. My brain hurts.
Did you not bring earplugs?
No.
Ooh,
I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready at all. I can feel it right here. I can just, boom, another brick in the wall. Let's get back to 20 years of engineering. So, who have you been recording lately?
Nobody, just myself. Actually, for the last... I've kind of fallen off a lot of the music stuff. Even before that, just a lot of personal life stuff.
Woman troubles?
That's part of it, sure.
Friend troubles?
That one too.
Social groups?
And me troubles. Things I cause for myself, yep.
Inner turmoil?
Uh-huh.
Yes, inner demons?
Yep, lots of those.
Like what, man? What's going on?
I don't know if I'm trying to get into all that.
Dude, we get real here on BandHouse Podcast. Subscribe today. What before COVID had stopped you from... Because COVID fucked everything for everybody I've talked to so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was already in a really shitty place, so that just doubled my shit. No, I just kind of went full on into my own projects for a while, like starting my own bands.
Working a regular job the whole time?
Oh, yeah. That's always been a thing for me, though. I've always had a day job. Always.
What kind of jobs?
Almost always technical support.
Yeah, because
for like 8 years.
Because you know that stuff.
Exactly, it's easy, and I get to work from home, so I can continue to like work on my music and
see. This is why people watch, dude. They need to know these kinds of things. If you're out there and you're an engineer, dude, you can use those skills at other places. Because you're probably tech savvy if you're an engineer.
Exactly.
Like I'm a faux engineer. I'm like the singer who sits down on the drum kit and plays a blast beat. That's me behind the keys. Yep. But like, damn, his blast beat gets good after a while.
Yep, exactly. That's all it is. Do it really badly for a while and you get good at anything. I used to be terrible at singing, and now I'm passable.
I know, right? And Allison's been good her whole life, so it's like she doesn't even understand like
the struggle.
I got her a Theremin for her birthday. You know the Theremin, the instrument that's just you don't touch anything. You just move
your hand
the stereo field or the sound field, and it's like singing, but like if you stand still and try to hold a note, it hears you moving, wiggling back and forth.
Just slightly.
So I can't even stand up to hold a note. I'm like, oh, this is like singing, learning to sing. And she goes, I guess.
I guess.
But my point was something was singing. Oh, you can get good. Oh, you can get good even if you suck. Singing's not really innate. I mean, I think the musical love is innate. Like you have to love the music.
I think I got to show you this. I just saw this yesterday and it really inspired me. But Ed Sheeran, one of the most popular fucking artists.
Oh, I know what you're going to show. And I think of this every time. Play it.
It's beautiful. It's so inspiring.
I know, and I'm going to have so much of this stuff.
I wish I would have saved my older stuff.
But. Yeah. Dude, I remember I went on a date one time and the girl was like, you're such a good singer. How do you do it? And I was just like, practice. You just got to practice. Until she was like, oh, it's so innate and such a talent. I'm like, no, you just got to practice. I should have left it alone because I was on a date, but she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, you just got to practice.
He kept pushing it in there. That's hilarious. Here we go.
When people go, oh, you're so talented. You were born with natural talent.
He's on a talk show. In case that didn't give it away.
Listen to this, right? This is the. Has this been played in public before?
Here we go.
Okay. So this is an exclusive. Ed Sheeran,
it hasn't?
When he was shit, basically.
Yeah, basically. When he was shit.
When people say artists are born with talent, you're not. You have to really learn and really practice. This 100%. Is me playing guitar and singing. I'm going to put it into my mic like this. It's okay so far.
Got rhythm. He's always had the rhythm.
Got it, yeah.
It's legit bad. Oh my God,
I can't imagine that's Ed Sheeran.
Dude, I know. And I just remembered how many recordings I have that are that bad.
Same.
My bad nowadays isn't like super laughable bad. But
no,
like
not
before,
anymore.
I remember just being like, well, you have to keep trying or you're never going to, like he has to.
Exactly.
He's got to try
That's
to
how
get
you
that.
figure out what it feels like to do it correctly.
Right.
Or what it feels like to do it wrong first. And
To
then
get
it
there
feels
wrong.
right once. And you're like,
the best thing you could do, and this transcends music, but fail. Go out and lose. I learned, remember, like Smash Bros, I would play like Fox and win, and then I'm like, I want to play Donkey Kong, I would lose.
Because you don't know the character. You have to keep failing with it
and then you
until
have to
you get used to
fail.
it.
And this is in Brawl days, man, but now...
I mean, we did the same thing with the guitar growing up. Muscle memory. It's literally just doing that over and over until you can do it smoothly.
I know, and the beauty of it is that's only a piece of it.
That gets you in the door.
Yeah, that's a small piece,
Yeah.
too. It's like my favorite piece, because it's meditative. Like, before you got here, I just played some bebop licks. I've been learning jazz just because I got re-inspired about a year ago for music theory because of some Barry Harris concepts, which are like, there's no such thing as a D flat 7, flat 9, flat sharp 9. You know, he's like, this is just confusing ways to think about it. He's like, I think about families. He's like, I think about like, I'll just rattle off some things. He's like, my G7 and my B flat 7 are only one note away, even though they're not in the same key at all. They don't really seem like they relate to each other.
Right.
But they actually are so close. So what that actually does, boom, boom, boom. There's like 4 chords that are all one note away. So you can like, it's just a different way of thinking about it, I guess. Instead of thinking about the classical da 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 da.
And that's all that art is in general, and that's what separates the unique and
the ways to think about it.
Truly talented artists. Is the way they approach
express it. Yeah, to think about
it
and internalize
they see those
it.
12 notes. What's that? What movie's that from? A Star Is Born.
Yeah,
that's right. The way you see those 12 notes, he always found that so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen him all kinds of different ways, and now it's a really cool way. Basically, actually, something cool that I can't explain is here's the scale. Let me play it better. So if you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, you're on the 2 now. You're not on the blue note here. So if you add a note, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So I added a little note in there that way I could do it forever.
Right.
And every note on the downbeat is a chord tone. So watch this. So these 2 notes here you add, and then. So that's your new scale. That's called the 6th diminished scale. And there's so much more magic behind that I could not begin to. Because the first time I saw it, I didn't get it. And I've been studying theory forever, but once I watched this like 40-minute video of this other guy explaining it, I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Right.
Oh, dude.
That's what makes a good... What?
This camera's not on.
Oh, no.
The other cameras were, so we're fine.
Okay.
But...
now we got that.
The problem is, now we're gonna have to start over again.
Okay. It's a good warm-up.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Taylor John Harden. Welcome to BandHouse Podcast for the first time today. With us today, we got my bestest friend from high school, Sean Green. He was a part of me and Dylan, and they haven't met Jordan yet.
One of these days.
But yeah, he's a great friend. He's a great engineer, and we were talking about the 6th diminished scale. But basically, what is it? It's a way of organizing notes, but it's more a way of seeing notes.
Right.
A way of seeing and hearing the music.
And that's why I'll go back and do a bunch of like basic mixing classes or music classes or anything just to get a new perspective. Even if it's the same basic concepts I know.
Your brain will be different and ready for some new stuff.
Exactly.
A concept I always liked is, and this is adjacent to that, it's like aim for a star, shoot for the star, Stars Born, aim for the stars. You're going to like for example, I was 14, I wanted to be Metallica, so aim for the stars. So I want to do that. Now, 20 years later, I'm way closer to that star, even though I'm still a million light years away from it. But I'm so close that I can see that that's not where I want to go anymore.
Right.
But now I'm up in the fucking stratosphere and I can look around for some other stars.
Exactly. And you have the skills to
meaning
go
I have the
somewhere else.
skills and the know-how and the wherewithal to not only build like social media brands and stuff like that, but also to go up to someone and ask for a gig and ask for $500 or $2,000 or whatever I think I can get and feel comfortable. Like that's all from aiming for that original star.
Exactly.
So if you're young or old, just aim for a star. I guess if you're 40 and you needed 20 years,
I'd still do it.
60.
I'd still do it.
Yeah, you may as well just quit what you're doing now. Everybody's doing it. Find something that's useful. Find something not only that you're good at, something that's useful. That's what I struggled with.
Something that makes you happy.
I was only good at this. It made me happy, but like I didn't feel like it was useful. So like, you know, just go look out there and see what music does for fucking people. Like go to Pink Floyd and see what it does for some of these old whites.
Yep.
Holy shit! Not a single colorful skin in the crowd. Actually, maybe one. I saw maybe like a Mexican guy. But it was all whites, full whites. Yeah, maybe he might have just had like a white guy with a mustache. No, I don't know. But anyway, they were so happy, and it was cool because it was the first time I was in a crowd that big since COVID started, and I was kind of nervous about it a little bit. I was also high because we're going to Pink Floyd, so I'm paranoid enough, and I'm like, oh. But everybody was so uplifted and happy, and the line was late, and it was like the crowd was getting bigger, but we were all like, hey man, nice shirt, that's a tight shirt, and the other one's like, yeah, where'd you get it? We're like, hey, this is gonna be tight. Hey, let us in. We want to see the show. It was kind of a 70s feeling. It was dope.
That's awesome.
So that's what music can do sometimes.
100%. I've gotten through the hardest parts of my life through music.
I know, right?
100%. Yeah.
Dude, hard times, man. Hard times befallen if you want to choose the music route. If you want to be an artist, and I guess nobody really wants to be an artist. I guess if you want to be an artist, you're probably not one. And if you wonder if you're an artist, you're probably an artist. I don't think I must not be an artist. Right? Yeah. Oh, I always say that. I'm like, I'm just a fucking numbers guy who's bad at numbers.
I just learn the processes and that's it.
But that's art, man. That can be art. Yeah, no art
I
at all.
100% believe it's art. But that's how I talk to myself sometimes. And it's easy to get in that mindset when you're doing the same things.
The best way is getting out of the mind. Like, you're always going to get into bad mindsets. How fast can you get out of them?
Exactly. That's something I'm learning.
Yeah. That's how I feel, at least. But I'm feeling good now, so it's easy to say stuff like that. But you feel bad, and it's like, oh. But that's kind of the key. How do you get out of it?
Still a learning process for me. It's newer.
Acknowledging it.
Exactly, acknowledging it. Accepting that that's not always a bad thing. Maybe it's supposed to teach you something, that part of your life. But ultimately having goals and like having something that you want to work towards that makes you happy and that you can provide as a service to the world, basically, I think is super important. When you have that, everything else is so much easier. And it's a lot easier for me to just focus on that and get out of that mindset. Just grind on my goals.
There's that TikTok trend, maybe it's a reel, but it's like, there's a Japanese word called ikagari or something that means the intersection of something you're good at, something you love, something that values the world, and then something that I guess can make you a living, probably was the other one.
I think so, yep.
But do that.
Find those things.
Do that.
Exactly. And
easy
never
too.
Stop trying.
Life is so easy too. That's all it is. So easy. It's funny how humans suck. Like, I always think about how, like, I'm in a really willpowerless time. Like, I feel like I can't, like, work out. I can't stick to things like that. Although that's not true because I've been doing guitar and editing and stuff pretty consistently. But I just feel powerless to, like, sugar or sweets or drinking.
Self-control.
Yeah, self-control stuff. It's like, so now I can really relate. I can really feel what it can be like to be truly helpless to whatever that is.
Yeah.
What is it that the humans just want? The immediate gratification.
Yeah, instant gratification.
Yeah, because I don't have much. Like, I have a exciting, like, far future, but my near future is still rough. It's like I still got to dig my credit score up before I'm going to even be able to rent a house or buy a house.
Right.
So it's like I know that, and then that step is then I want to build a studio. It's like that. I want that stuff to start now.
I get it.
That stuff's still 5-10 away if I'm lucky. So it's like the short-term gratification is so tasty.
Yeah.
Because of that, I think. But you still got to fight against
it. Nothing long-term that has meaning has instant gratification. It's all about putting in the work early and going without for a little bit so that you can have that down that road.
That's what I'm doing.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. That's where we are. That's what this podcast is. If not to inspire other people to do that, at least to get an insight.
Yep.
because I don't think it's that special. And then I remember I watched a Gary Vee video one time in 2016, and it changed it got the ball rolling, and then here we are, BandHouse Podcast.
We never think the stuff we do is special.
I know. It's
Ever.
a bummer.
Yeah.
I think about that too, as I was pretending I was Roger Waters last night, because he was the guy, man. He was walking around. His story was on the board, like screen and everything. It was his story, his music, his songs, his arrangements. And I was just like, he was like telling the story of one of his songs, and he kind of trailed off and mumbled, and it's, nobody gives a fuck. And it's kind of like, oh, damn, I've heard local musicians do the same thing. It's like, oh, shit.
He's
sometimes,
just a person.
yeah, sometimes the differences are smaller than you think.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed cool to at least tell your story. But I've never really been...
That's all we do as musicians.
I know.
Really,
I've never really been that driven to, like, aim at that.
That's what I'm doing right now with the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a direct aim.
And I think that, yeah, I may be directly aiming at it, but every artist does that in their own way. We all take our experiences and our perspective and how we've experienced the world and put that into our art. That's how we make what we do.
I need to figure that part out better.
I think you know it. Maybe you just don't consciously know it.
Yeah. Because humans are dumb. Like
We can be.
It's so hard. You need a lot of people in your life telling you the truth.
Yes, 100%. People you trust
Yeah,
who
that aren't going to
give you honest
up
opinions.
or just be
exactly.
dicks because they're jealous.
Exactly.
That's tough. That one happens more often for me.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah. I get a lot of criticism because of... I don't know because why.
People who want you to improve truly and who truly care about you will be real with you about stuff that is that important, and they will pump you up when you need it and when it's warranted.
Right. Yeah, that's why I keep those people around. Dylan's good at that. Jordan's good
Absolutely.
at that.
Absolutely, yep. Yep, super important.
Wanted to drive this Lowell a little longer. It's pretty good, though. That was like 20 minutes in, I think, before.
How often does that happen? Or how quickly does that
Well, we
normally happen?
rarely do it, too.
Okay,
With 3 people, it'll happen like once, maybe.
sure.
I did a podcast with the band Not Till Tomorrow. Have you heard of them?
That sounds really familiar.
Seattle. They're younger guys, 22, spitting images of Sanctity and Silence.
Funny.
Not visually, but like just talking to them.
vibes,
You should
yeah.
watch the episode. But they were doing the same kind of style of metal.
Okay.
Some screaming with some singing in the chorus.
Yeah.
Good hook. Good solos. Good breakdowns. They had some
Yep.
cool...
Gotta have the breakdowns.
They had cool breakdowns with...
Since
Yeah, some synths in there that I thought
was my favorite.
That's what I was like. All right, you guys can come on. I like those synths over that breakdown. That got me.
It always sells it for me.
Yeah,
Always.
the riff was like dun 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 dun. I'm like,
Born
yeah,
of
that's fine.
Osiris,
That's
yeah.
fine. That's fine. I like the riff. Yeah, dude, that'd be some tight shit. Born of Osiris. I have a segment coming up. I didn't even say the segments, but the segments coming up are catered towards you and what I can remember about the metal days.
Okay.
So
Nice.
we'll get into it in a little bit. I still want to talk more about engineering and kind of how to do it.
I am pretty far removed from that, but I can definitely tell you about my experiences before
yeah.
I fell out.
Yeah.
I didn't go about it the traditional way. Sanctity was a huge reason why I was able to record so many bands.
And that's-
Actually, I think they kind of played
And that's
hand
your
in
first
hand.
band?
Yep, first band in high school. 15,
It was
16?
your band. You were Roger Waters. You were the guy.
Yeah, pretty much. I was kind of an asshole about it, but
I bet Roger is too.
probably. Yeah, but playing shows in Sanctity is what got me all of my recording gigs.
Really?
Just playing shows and connecting with people, other musicians at shows, supporting them while they're on stage, and being like, finding bands that I wanted to record was also huge, because then I had that desire to do it. I would pursue it and support them while they're on stage because I love their music, and then want to offer them a hookup to record just to get them in the studio.
That's tight. That's a cool way to do it. That's another life skill right there. That's kind of like anything. You just got to meet people, hang out with them, and want to work with them.
Exactly.
Find somebody you're like, oh, I might groove with this person. I might have synergy.
Yep.
With said.
When you want to
someone.
work on something like that, all of the small problems that would normally come up are gone because you want to do it. You make it happen no matter what.
Yeah, dude. Because the small problems will get you.
No, yes, they will.
That's the theory that you hear. It's like, do what you love if you want to really do it, because it's going to be hard no matter what.
Exactly.
That's why I was like, I don't want to have... my life has been hard with a regular job, and it's been hard without one.
I'd rather do that.
So I'm going to do the one where I can at least have joy during it. You know what I mean? And the main thing is I can sleep at night knowing I feel like I'm on the path.
Right. You're doing
I never
the things.
felt that way until I quit my regular job and really was all in and really felt the struggles. I don't know why. I just needed that. Maybe it was just a white guilt thing. Because once that hit, I realized all my skills I thought I had were just white privilege. And I was like, oh, fuck. Besides guitar.
Right.
But like my people skills, that's not people skills. That's just, you just look like everybody else. You look like a nice white boy. That's not you. You're not doing anything. And I've come to terms that some of it's me and some of it's that. But at that first time, I was really shook. I was like, oh no, what do I do?
Who am I?
Oh, fuck. Who am I, dude? Am I good? Am I a nazi?
Yeah. All of my time has been going into filmmaking.
Yeah, tell us about the film, dude. Tell us about the movie.
Script writing.
When's it coming out? Who's in it?
Who knows? Me, myself, and I. And you, if you want to do some voices.
I'll be guest voicing.
It's going to be all in 3D. I've got...
I'll audition right now.
Will you?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, what do you need?
Everything.
All right. I'll be that white officer.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, yeah. Cop scene.
Okay, scene? What's the scene? I just need to set it up.
I'm being interrogated by... I've been missing for a year. Maybe I haven't figured that part out yet. And another girl went missing with me.
Okay.
I've come back, and she did not. The cops are interrogating
so where's the girl?
Yep, there you go.
Got it. I really wanted to know. Yes. Boom. See, it's all about who you know, dude. That was a terrible audition. But we had fun.
No, I don't know. I think I've kind of burnt myself out on music. I think that's part of the reason why I fell off and all my other life shit. But
yep, I get it, man. I totally get it.
If you go too hard, you can absolutely do that no matter how much you love it. And so I just pivoted to 3D stuff and video, which I was always into in high school. But I gotten more serious about it now. Tried to find other people to help me write a script because I'm not a writer. I've never done that in my life. Didn't think I could pull it off. Person after person after person fell through.
That's the worst. That's why you do all the things
I feel like
you
that's
do.
art in general usually. Until you find the right people.
That's why I have so many skills, is because people just fall through.
Same. That's why I become a jack of all trades, because I don't want to rely on other people. But anyways,
That's
after that,
gold
I got
nugget
fed
right
up.
there. Dude, this is full of gold nuggets.
After all those people fell through, I decided I just was going to do it myself anyways. So I hired a creative coach initially to help me with marketing my new music project and all that stuff, social media, getting caught up on what works nowadays and what doesn't. But told him about all this stuff and falling through and me not being a writer. And he said, fuck that. We're going to make you a writer so you can pull this all off yourself. Because you can do everything else. So why not just give you this last piece? So he spent the last 3 months teaching me how to world build, how to write screenplays, how to build interesting characters, and like
they're writing.
Oh yeah, the last 3 months have been
shops?
like nope, all in my room. I never leave my room, and that's a problem.
You don't want to get around the people and like write characters about these fools coming in.
That actually is not a bad idea.
That'd
Just
be
to go
tight.
people watch. Yeah. I'm too socially anxious to do
You wouldn't have to do anything. Put them earphones in. No one's gonna.
They're gonna know I'm writing about them.
I like how you know you well enough to where you're just going to be like mumbling out loud in this.
And she walks by. She looks. I'm gonna have to put that in the movie.
And then the tall Amazon woman stares and glares at the man from afar. She notices that he's talking out loud during the script. Yeah, that'd be bad. Just don't get too high and go to the coffee shop.
Exactly.
10 a.m. Just blitz.
Definitely can't do that.
That's rush hour coffee shop time.
Yeah, but 3 months of grinding on that, and now I can do that. I feel very confident in being able to pull this off.
Do you have a name for it?
Yeah, This Grand Adventure.
Oh, shit. It's going to be a grand adventure. You're going to need a lot of voices.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm going to do most of it myself, but I don't want it to sound too monotonous, so I'll need to hire some stuff out. But yeah.
I'll be the mat to your tray.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep.
I don't know. What are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, please come see me at the Half Lion Public House in Kent, September 23rd.
Nice.
We're going to be playing music. Hopefully that date's right. If not, you won't be hearing this sick beat. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back to the podcast. This segment is called Rrawk's Toks, where my buddy Rrawk, Rrawk, sends me TikToks, and they're mostly music related, and we're going to watch some of them and react to them with Sean here today on the podcast. Sean, also, make sure you tell me if that doesn't say record on that screen anymore.
It does say record.
Okay, thank God. I get so paranoid over here. All right, first video. This one I like.
Wow.
So, at first, if you're listening, you're hearing a beat, but this guy's doing it with his tongue. And it's 11 seconds of him just making this beat on an iPad with his tongue.
That's some precision.
But it is really... Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Because of the precision, I realize he might be a paraplegic or disabled of some fashion, in which case this is super sick. In the case that he's just doing it with his tongue, that's wild.
That is wild.
That's a thing people would spend time on. But
crazy.
Either way, I've never ever seen a man use his tongue
Me either.
that finesseful.
I wouldn't expect it to respond very well.
No, all the comments were like, his wife must be so pleased.
Of course.
Yeah. Mary had a little lamb, and then this guy goes to town. Little lamb, Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. Oh, I can't wait to show Steven this. He would hate it. I'm going to listen to it again without my commentary. It's pretty quick. Dude, who are these psychopaths shredding on clean tones these days?
Yeah, right?
That's
like
insane.
Manuel Gardenis Fernandez or whatever? That dude is wild.
How do you spell it? Manuel
Fernandez?
Fertilizer? Fernandez?
Guitar. Just search guitar. He'll pop up. Nope, just kidding.
Oh, because I'm not on Google. I'm on probably the thing that they keep switching my
I'll find him.
to.
He does that scratchy style, though.
Ooh, scratchy. I like.
Manuel.
Here, I got it. Oh, this is exactly the guy. Oh. Woof.
The thing I love about him is he shreds, but it's always so melodic and like rhythmic. He's not shredding just to shred. He's got a vibe to it, always.
Fun.
He's a really smart writer.
Composes for the 1 minute generation.
Yep.
Ooh.
Clean.
Jeepers. Yeah, so there's that, and then the guy we listen to is Half Ducks on TikTok, and he does all that messed up shit. This one was a good one, I think.
To see your face, I just close my eyes, and I am taken to a place where your crystal minds and magenta feelings take up shelter in the base of my spine. Sweet like a chicken cherry cola. I don't even try to explain, I just hold on tight, and if it happens again, I'm in.
Do you know this song?
They're locked in, though.
I remember this song from youth.
Come stand a little bit closer, breathe in and get a bit higher. You'll never know what hit you when I get to you. Ooh, I want you, I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I gotta find out.
Ooh, this does sound familiar.
It's that grunge style chord progression, where it's minor for most of it and major for the other half. But they kill
locked,
it.
yeah.
Dude.
That was great.
It's a Savage Garden song. I love how Savage Garden's like, hey, we're gonna write a song like Chicken Cherry Cola. Savage though.
Savage Garden, what a name.
All right, here's the last one. Duet with a chicken. Yep. I get it. Do you know that song?
Mm-mm.
Down. Well, there's a guy that goes, yeah. And they're making the bird do it cute. It was really heavy. They had a really deep. I think the best one is either the shreddy guy or the fucking tongue guy.
You can show. Ooh, I got one for you.
Yeah?
Yep.
Where? YouTube?
Look up costume drums
On
YouTube. Yeah. Costume drums. Metal, maybe?
Oh, that fucking crazy guy.
There you
This
go.
guy?
Yeah. It's actually a girl for some popular rock band. She's a drummer.
This is insane,
Yeah.
dude. If you guys haven't seen this,
At a children's music concert.
Costume person destroys the drums at children's music concert.
There's about to start a pit at this kid's concert.
Yeah, every time the fill is this just two.
And it gets progressively more ridiculous.
Every snare hit is 127.
Probably because she can't see shit in that. There's
Oh,
no
it's a
reason to go
girl.
this hard, yeah.
Is it a little girl? It, like,
No, it's a
seems-
girl. So she's from some really popular rock band. I can't remember. Let me find out.
I was gonna say it looks like
I
a
wanna say,
small
like-
person, but that's because it's a giant, awkward hamster costume.
She adds blast beats to you.
No.
Yes. What kids'
Dude.
concert needs to go this hard?
All of them. My kids' concerts. When I have kids, this is the concerts. Well, dude, if the mix is good, like we're just hearing the drum track. We're just hearing the stage mix right now. Dude, she rips.
She's so good. In that costume, dude, I cannot imagine that's easy.
Nice. Yeah, good point. Nyango Star. Is that what we look up for more? Or is that just... Wait, what
I
is
don't know.
this? There's a bridge.
Oh, that's the costume. That's what the costume's called.
What genre beat was that? Every metal.
Yeah,
Straight
every
metal.
just metal.
Straight metal. STR8. It's like a punk beat, but with double kicks.
Who was that drummer?
That shit cracks me up, dude. Let's go back to the first blast beat.
Maximum the Hormone. Maximum the Hormone is the band that this drummer plays in.
Okay, we'll come back later. I want to see, like...
Maximum the Hormone. Never heard of them.
Oh, they don't do the suit every time?
No, that was just a one-time thing.
For a kid?
For her.
That was for the kids to scare the living daylights out of them? Okay, we got a music
I don't
video
think I've
here.
ever heard them.
All right, y'all. We're going to try to react to this. Hopefully they don't... Whatever it is. What's the word when they claim you? Hopefully they don't claim us.
Oh, copyright claim. Yeah.
Copyright claim us. Because I'll have to cut it out. And then you guys won't just see this amazing thing. Is this her?
I don't know.
Is this the Phenom herself? Okay, I don't like this. This is the kids' concert music. What is happening? Oh. Alright,
I love vagina. Did you see that sticker?
No, but that's an appropriately awesome sticker. Look at that food. I love this video. Oh, dad rock? Early pregnancy rock? Our buddy from Mateo came on here and called like Five Finger Death Punch early pregnancy rock. Because usually you get pregnant early when you're listening to that. Okay.
All right. She's definitely solid. I see why she
Cool.
didn't pull that off.
Ooh. These are like old school System of a Down screams or something. Like really like untamed screams.
Yep. Cupped and everything. Yep.
Yeah, cupped. Like, and then what's that remind me of? Just early Black Dahlia murder?
Yep. Before
Rest
Trevor
in
got
peace.
super smooth. Yeah, rest in peace, Trevor. Seriously. I did not expect this.
I like that guitar tone though. It's not fully clean.
Just a little spanky.
It's got meat on it. It's got meat on the bone. Let's crank this up, dude.
That bass line slap.
Dude, BandHouse Dance Party. And now it's gonna get metal.
Yeah, straight back to the breakdown. Yep.
Oh, but they're
I like that
keeping
they
the,
keep the hook though.
they're
That's
keeping
awesome.
the hook. I was expecting.
I'm digging this for sure.
Hell yeah.
There's the breakdown.
I like that it keeps changing into things I like.
Yeah.
Especially that.
You can tell they're all really good writers.
So many vocal effects, like different vocals. This is Maximum the Hormone 2.
Oh. Is that the same band?
I don't know. Should we check for 3? Honestly, it reminds me of this scream right here.
Good evening. FBI takes the tonight in the world.
God, these intros.
Yep.
What a scream here.
Yeah.
And then the goat vocals on the top. This song rips, man. This is one of the greatest.
This album rips.
Okay, this game is called, I didn't think of the name yet, This or That. And I'm going to show a picture of 2 bands, 2 artists, whatever. And you're going to have to explain to the jury why one is better than the other.
Oof.
There's 5 questions, and they're from what I could remember about our bands in the youth times.
Okay.
So, I'm going to start off with some mainstream ones just to kind of get the crowd into it.
Okay.
We got Avenged Sevenfold and Trivium.
Oof.
Also, I did kind of Metallica Megadeth with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
At least I tried to, and I really think I did a good job, but we'll see what you think.
Okay.
This one,
is a tough
obviously,
one.
this is tough.
This is tough.
We got I'll let you do. You do the lawyer. Yana. Yana.
This is a tough one for me. I want to say that Trivium is technically more proficient.
You would say that they are?
I like
Trivium's
Avenged Sevenfold better. I never got into Trivium, and I loved City of Evil.
So Avenged Sevenfold, better songs. Trivium, you say better.
More skill.
More skills.
100%.
I would agree with that. But
100%.
songs always win.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not a huge fan of their vocalist either, Avenged Sevenfold, but the music was good enough.
I saw him live and he killed it. Like perfect singing. I was like, what the fuck? And then he lost his voice like a week later. So I don't know what I was hearing. I'm not sure if I was confident.
Backing tracks? No.
Just like a lot of stuff. But he was in tune. I don't think it was just straight up. Like it's hard to tell with auto-tune these days. But
yeah.
At least live, it's hard to tell. But anyway, so yeah, Avenged Sevenfold, Trivium. Sorry. You get the boot.
Unfortunately.
Boom. Avenged Sevenfold. Ding, ding, ding. I've seen them like twice now. First time I hated it. Second time I was like, all right. Both times I think I was there for Metallica. All right, next one.
Oof.
Job for a Cowboy.
Yikes.
Suicide Silence.
Yikes.
Similar, but different. Job for a Cowboy's got hype
I gotta
factor.
pick them. And they've got longevity and consistency.
Right.
Suicide Silence for me had the one album, The Cleansing, I think it was called.
Yeah.
That first one. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know much about them.
That album was...
I know that Job for a Cowboy, though, changed the landscape, changed the game.
100%.
I don't know what it did, but it did something.
And then they kind of fell into the background. They're still consistent. They're still doing shows and doing tours and everything, but they are not changing the
What's
landscape
Genesis
anymore.
from? I saw this. I was like, this is dope.
It was like their third album?
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
I won't.
Don't quote me on that.
In post, I'm writing it on the screen right now.
Yeah, Job for a Cowboy. I think I got to pick them.
Job for a Cowboy. So far, so good is what I thought. This is what I thought. So I've got my game is seeing if I can guess which ones you were going to pick.
Okay.
Question or this or them number 3. Yes, 3. Johnny Craig versus Howie Howard
God
Jones.
damn it.
This one I have in my head who you're going to pick, but I still don't know for sure.
I mean, of course, Howard, but fucking Johnny. Honestly, I've been on a Johnny kick lately, too, because I've been going through a lot of vocal lessons.
So explain to the people who they are if they don't know who they are. Give us a good...
Johnny Craig is an extremely talented vocalist who's just, for a lot of his life, has been human garbage. He seems to be on the road to being a better person. Like, he really is trying. He's stopped doing drugs, stopped all of those tendencies that put him on that garbage
that make
path.
you a garbage person.
Yeah, and he seems like he's really trying to do better, for sure. Getting clean and doing all this stuff right. Howard Jones, though, always will hold a special place in my heart. Mm-hmm. God, yeah, Howard Jones all day. Johnny Craig has got the talent, but Howard Jones has got the fucking emotion and the heart.
He's got the emotion, the heart,
and that matters to me more.
Even mainstream factor, fame factor.
Yep.
If you count that as anything.
Yep. I
Popularity
don't really
factor.
care about that one, but Howard Jones.
All right, Johnny, keep working on yourself, man.
Yeah. His voice has gotten better, too.
I
since he got
fucked that
clean.
all up.
It's crazy.
Probably because I had to type it myself. There we go. Yep. All right, question number 4. That was reverse. I thought you'd pick the other one, but I didn't know Johnny Craig was a shitbag. That'll change an opinion of a person.
He is terrible.
I didn't know anything about him.
You didn't
I just
hear
knew
about the MacBook scene?
What was it? What happened?
Where like he was trying to sell MacBooks to people, and they would pay him. Like he told fans that he was going to sell them MacBooks, and they paid him, and he never gave them laptops. There was like a dozen people or something. That was one of the many.
But drugs. Maybe he was just so fixated on his life, he just forgot to do it.
Maybe, or he was getting that money for drugs and was like, "Fuck y'all."
Which sucks. That sucks. That sucks.
Yeah.
But I say drugs will change a person. So
they will.
So keep working on yourself, buddy.
Yeah.
I know you're watching BandHouse Podcast.
I know you're watching.
All right, number 4. Between the Buried and Me and Protest the Hero.
These are good, man. These are good.
And I got to tell you, I just started working on them today, just a couple hours before you got here. But like this one, I was like Between the Buried and Me, and I thought of them, and I'm like, oh, what's that band? The Swordsman. And I was like, it's not Sword. Sword is a different band. Sword is like Lamb of God,
right.
Slower, Doom of God or something. And I was like, what is the band? And I literally typed in Between the Buried and Me, similar artists, and started scrolling and scrolling. And I found them, Protest the Hero. And I was like, Swordsman, Protest the Hero. Heroes are swordsmen. So anyway, I was just like cracking myself up on that one. Funny. And they're good. That's a good one for you.
That is really good. That's tough. All these have been really tough. And I always have a double side for it. So Between the Buried and Me, Colors, specifically the live DVD they released, fucking changed my life. From that point on, all of the stuff I wanted to do. Remember when I was big into like running backing tracks for the computer before it was a thing?
Yeah,
and,
that was well before it was a thing.
Colors.
That's why I was down. Now that it's a thing, I'm not down because I'm a contrarian.
Exactly.
When we were doing it, we were new, and we were opening for people who were really fucking doing it.
Aaron Smith, 7-horn, 7
big
eyes.
fucking thing. I don't even know what he had going on.
He was my real life motivation and like mentor.
7-horn, 7 eyes.
Know that? Yeah. He was my real life person for that. And Between the Buried and Me was like my professional level. Of what I
they had cool songs.
But yeah, that DVD specifically is what got me on my live shtick of syncing everything up, getting the lights controlled and everything, just making it an experience. Not
and
just
what's it called? Colors?
Colors. Everyone should watch that if you like metal.
I'm about to. Is this the thing for it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, and what did you say? You have to pick Protest the Hero, though? Let's hear why.
As musicians and from their catalog. Between the Buried and Me is great, but they release, I feel like, to me, the same album with slight variations over and over and over.
It's always
Protest
a
the Hero, they bring that passion and that uniqueness that Between the Buried and Me is just
definitely passion.
They still have the technicality, but they bring that like emotional melody to it. I don't know how else to put it.
Let's bury him. Protest the Hero.
It's a good one.
All right, are you ready for this final one? I think this is gonna be tough for you. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard. Number 5 in BandHouse This or That with Sean Green. Sanctity and Silence versus Zero.
That's hilarious. Sanctity, of course.
Hell yeah, dude. That shit's dope. That shit's fire. For those of you who don't know, this is Sean in his first band, and then here's the guy that I replaced and played for maybe a year or less. And then this is his next album. Or when was this?
2017 or 16.
Okay, yeah. I just found it, and I was like, I remember when he did this one. So
I went through a really bad breakup.
So you're not picking this one.
Oh, no. And so this was actually really great. This changed my life. I decided that to deal with that, I wanted to write an album about it. Of course, that's normal for me. Like that is
it streaming? Is this live anywhere?
No, it's actually, that one's still up. It's
is
really
it on Bandcamp?
It's on Bandcamp.
If you guys want to hear Sean's really bad album, check out Blue Eyed Beauty by Zero.
Yeah.
I like Zero. That's a good.
I wanted to write a whole album covering the concept of like our relationship from start to finish, and I wanted to do it in a genre I'd never done before and with no auto-tune.
Which was what genre?
Pop, R&B, and rap.
Which was pop, R&B, and rap.
Yep.
Tight.
I'd always
so this
done metal
was a
and
good
rock.
This or That because I was wondering if this was the rap.
It was a good experience, and it got me into what I'm doing now musically, into more like mainstream rock and stuff like that.
I think the more you can, at least for, if nothing else, inspiration, genre hopping is fun as fuck.
Absolutely.
Because you can find what you like about music
and
in every genre.
To your style, exactly.
Yeah.
And
every genre will have something you like. 100%. Like for me, it's musicianship all day. Like for jazz, it's picking the right notes. So I play the basic fucking bebop, like basic ass shit because I like that. Right. And then I'll build from that.
Right.
But
for me, it's all about the emotion and like how the melody serves the lyrics and the way the vocals.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna find that in anything,
any genre.
Any genre, a good version of any genre is gonna have what you're looking for.
I can even find that in country. Straight up.
Absolutely. Yeah, some country songs have a melody that hits.
It's just haunting. Yep. Damn, that's crazy. I haven't seen that in forever.
I know. I had it on my wall for a while, and then I didn't have. They all fell off because I had sticky tack. Long story. I hated you, so I had to take it down. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we'll be right back to BandHouse Podcast after these. Songs for Streamers. It's my album on Spotify. Please check it out now. I will have some new music every month. It's been a while, as I've recorded BandHouse Podcast, which you can check out on YouTube. But now that the podcast is underway and not taking up too much time to edit anymore, I'm able to get back to my streaming and my songwriting process. So, all that being said, jazz. Welcome back from whatever we decided to put in between that little segment there. I guess the last thing is future goals and future things. And you got anything to plug? Like the movie coming out anytime soon? Probably not.
No, it'll probably be a year or two at least before I'm finished. Yeah,
we'll have another podcast with you on it before
I'll be
that.
Back.
But we've told the people about your rapping, your rock, and your rock and roll and your rap and roll, and they can check that stuff out. But yeah, like you said, you're kind of just writing nowadays. Yeah, it's kind of behind the scenes stuff.
Just revving up, building all the background stuff before I start releasing live. Because one thing I have learned is I don't want to be posting just to post, which is a loop I got stuck in before, where I felt like I needed to stay consistent and just post something. I want to have things backlogged for like 3 months, so I don't have to stress about that. I can write freely and create and have it built in the backlog, and then just upload and be done. And like have the album pretty much done, so I'm not stressing about that. Especially making a movie at the same time by myself. Like that's enough to focus on.
Right. Well, last time I talked to you, you were doing like more 3D stuff too.
Yeah. Oh, it's all in 3D.
Well, like you were doing like a music video. Is what I meant to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still doing that one. I actually just finished programming a piano in 3D that I can literally just drop MIDI files into Unreal and it plays the piano for me.
Oh, I saw that.
That's right. Like Westworld. And then I did drums last night. Just finished that with physics.
Okay.
So the cymbals will actually react in real life. And then I'm doing a bass right now. So the strings will vibrate and the frets will go down when they're actually playing it. Yeah, it'll be awesome. But I'm doing a couple music videos before the movie because I want to get used to that production workflow and like making sure I can pull this stuff off.
Well, an idea is we could do a podcast in 3D.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be easy.
Live streaming. Yeah.
I imagine maybe not easy, but easier than a full movie.
Yeah, we would need another $4,000 suit though. Damn, that's the problem. Or a $20,000 camera setup with no suits.
That's even more.
Yeah,
no suits.
the cameras are better, and when I get my own place, that's what I'm investing in.
Tight.
Because
someday,
full things. Yeah, one day.
That's tight. Because I think that would be so fun.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Just to mix things up too, if nothing else.
But I like a whole background
synergy, dude. Yeah, I like. Oh yeah, new
be
set.
Be at the top of a mountain.
Oh yeah,
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
That would be cool to have a podcast in a different place every week, and the viewers could
coffee shop or whatever.
They could vote on. Patreon, $5 fucking paywall. You go in there, you vote on where you want each podcast to be next week.
Yep.
Boom. Just
build a background really quick. Yep.
It's exciting stuff. Well, that's BandHouse Podcast. I think we covered pretty much all the things I wanted to talk about, which is cool. Hopefully next time you can have Steven be here so he can scream some stuff at you.
There we go. Okay.
That'd be great.
Maybe I'll have some stuff to share too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's all good, man. This was a good clutch. We didn't have one last Thursday, so I needed this for upcoming week.
Okay.
So I'll be editing this as soon as you leave, probably.
All right.
I don't even know what I'm doing today. This is as far as I've thought about, so I'm kind of hungry. I might need to put sustenance in my body. Yeah, dude, there's a good McDonald's around here. There's some fine eats around these parts. All right, so let me press this one. Keep it loud, y'all.
Our penis is